out on the frozen edge of the Bering Sea where icy winds carve through steel and waves rise like moving glaciers. Alaska's king crab fleet heads into another high-risk season. In just a few short weeks, these cold water giants can generate more than $10 million, but only after surviving a harsh journey from deep-sea traps to high-tech processing lines. Today we follow that entire path from the moment each crab is hauled through violent seas to the second it becomes a premium product bound for luxury markets across the world. This is the untold story of what happens to $10 million worth of king crab inside the factory. From Dutch Harbor, one of Alaska's most remote fishing ports, massive crab boats surge into the open sea. The crew works through bitter winds, freezing spray, and decks coated in ice to prepare each trap. Every pot is loaded with fresh bait, usually oily mackerel designed to lure giant crabs crawling along the deep seabed. Once the first trap sinks into the darkness below, the countdown begins. After 24 hours, the same steel cages return to the surface, this time shaking with massive bright red king crabs that can weigh from 6 to 10 pounds, sometimes even more. But catching them is only step one. Keeping them alive is the real challenge. Keeping the crabs alive is the top priority. The moment they leave the ocean, they are transferred into chilled seawater tanks with precise oxygen control replicating the deep-sea environment. Even a small temperature shift can weaken or kill them. As soon as the vessel reaches port, specialized tanker trucks take over, moving the live crabs into refrigerated containers for export. The entire cold chain cycle must be completed within 48 hours, or the shipment's value drops sharply. At the processing plant, live crabs are lifted onto stainless steel conveyors, where workers quickly sort them. Only strong, healthy crabs that meet the weight standard move forward. Next, high-pressure jets wash each shell thoroughly, removing sand and debris from their long journey. Once cleaned, the crabs head directly toward the industrial boiling tanks where their iconic bright red color begins to take shape. Once washed, the crabs move into massive boiling tanks where the temperature is held at a steady 100 Celsius. This quick, controlled cook ensures the shell turns bright red while keeping the meat firm and naturally sweet. Right after boiling, the crabs are plunged into ice-cold water. The sudden temperature drop stops the cooking, instantly locking in moisture, flavor, and texture. This rapid chill is essential for keeping the meat at premium quality, especially for export markets. Giant automated cutters then separate the legs and clusters with razor-sharp precision. Conveyor belts move the sections forward while trained inspectors remove anything that doesn't meet export standards. The pristine white meat is vacuum sealed under bright industrial lights, forming airtight packages designed for long-distance shipping. Each bag is labeled with batch codes and timestamps to ensure traceability. A quality control team continuously checks pH levels, microbiology markers, and weight accuracy. Only products that meet strict international standards are cleared for export. Finally, hundreds of boxes are stacked into frozen block pallets before being transferred to refrigerated containers. Once they leave the factory, each container begins a new journey towards supermarkets in Tokyo, restaurants in New York, or department stores in Seoul. In high-end dining, a single king crab can sell for $300, $500, and a full multi-course crab dinner often costs thousands of dollars. For generations, king crab has symbolized wealth and celebration, from royal Russian banquets to Japanese New Year feasts. Today, this reputation remains unchanged. But behind the success lies a fragile reality. In the 1980s, uncontrolled harvesting nearly wiped out Alaska's king crab population. Strict quotas were introduced and seasons were reduced to only a few weeks to allow stocks to recover. Even today, every pot pulled from the ocean is monitored under regulations to protect the species. Fisheries scientists track population numbers, migration patterns, and breeding conditions to ensure the future of this iconic crustacean. Around the world, researchers are experimenting with farming king crab in controlled environments. But the species is difficult to raise. They need cold water, large tanks, and many years to grow. Larvae are extremely fragile. Only a small percentage survive the early stages. Even after years of growth, it is challenging to replicate the natural conditions of the deep Bering Sea. Still, these efforts are essential to reducing pressure on wild populations. From violent storms in Alaska to the precision of modern factories, every king crab carries the weight of an extraordinary journey. A journey powered by the strength of fishermen, the technology of processing plants, and a global effort to protect one of the ocean's most valuable species. And as each frozen container leaves the dock bound for dining tables across the world, it represents far more than just seafood. It reflects a delicate balance between harvesting preservation and respect for the sea.